Hi guys, my name's Annika Jamal and welcome to my channel. I did just film this look. I just finished doing this makeup look. I'm going to my best friend's Dholki, so it's kind of like a home thing, but we're traveling all the way to Birmingham. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours ish away from us, so it's like a whole thing, you know. I do have a vlog for this, so I'll link that in the description box below if it's already up. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Just a quick note, don't forget to head on over to my Instagram and hit that follow button. My name is Annika Jamal on there as well, and also don't forget my Snapchat. The name is Thoughts Unsaid on there. So before we get into the makeup, I like to make sure that I have a nice clean base. Dip and Fab have loads of different pads, but I like these ones, and I'm just like wiping my face with that. Then I went in with some moisturizer, and this moisturizer is one of my favorites. It just works the best with my skin. Then on top of that, I went in with the Nip and Fab Hydrate Dragon's Blood Fix Serum in Extreme, and this is because I really wanted a hydrated base. After applying some SPF, I went in with the Embryolisse under eye cream, and I just popped this on underneath my eyes, which gives a very hydrated and lifted look to the under eyes. This is actually the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and yeah, it's for underneath your eyes. But last time I used this underneath my eyes, I really did not like it. It just went really funny, so I decided to use it on this horrific spot that I have on my chin. As you can tell, my skin was playing up around this time, and I think it did a good job. I think you guys know my holy grail foundation by now, and I just went in and applied this to my face and neck and blended this out using a beauty blender. This is my favorite for, you know, events. Then I went in with Born This Way concealer in golden beige, and I just popped this underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and my mouth area. I also use this as a kind of contouring, highlighting kind of technique, because it creates this kind of shadow if you place it underneath where you put your contour. So that's what I did, and I also used it as a primer. Then taking the back of my beauty blender, I just went around my face, picking up any excess that may be left there, and this just blends everything in very nice and seamlessly. Now I'm going in with another concealer, but this is a lot lighter. It's the Tarte Shape Tape in light medium, and I'm only using this in areas that I want to be highlighted, and a very small amount. And then blend, 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 and more blending. The trick to a flawless base is just a whole lot of blending. So before applying any powder, I went in with the cream products first. This is the Stila Cream Blush in Peony, and I just placed this on my cheeks and blended out using the beauty blender. I actually really do like a good cream blush. Bobbi Brown have a really good one as well. This is the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder, and it's actually very good. I would recommend it. It's not a bad price either. Before applying the powder, I'm just going in with the beauty blender again and getting rid of any creases that may have occurred. That's an important step, because otherwise you will be ending up setting in your creases. Using a tapered brush, I just pack this on underneath my eyes, and I also dust this over the rest of my face as well. The areas that I am keeping it in place is mainly underneath my eyes and where the contour is, you know, just under the contour. So those areas the powder is staying. I feel like I've already told you guys about this product, but oh my god, is it freaking amazing. It is the Loreal Unbelievable Brow, and it is basically like a liquid, and then you just pop it onto your eye brows, that's it, eyebrows, nearly forgot what they were called, but eyebrows, and you just blend it out using the brush, and oh my god, is it so seamless and amazing. I love it. Now let me tell you about the Pretty Rich palette. I have a lot of palettes, a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I will tell you this has quickly become one of my favorites. I really do love it. But I just went in with Fancy That and It's Cashmere, and I used this as my transition shade. I focused it mainly on the outer corner, and then I went in slowly building this up. Make sure you start off lightly, that way if you have any mistakes that come along the way, you can just quickly correct them. If you go in too harshly straight away from the off, then it will all go lopsided, you know, and then it'll be harder to fix as well. So I'm just going in with these two colors, and I'm building this color up slowly. Here we have the Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet palette, and it's like a cute little palette, but I just took the pink shade in here initially. Again, just fluffed this into the outer part of my eyelid. Just building this color up and then moving it up into my eyebrow and down on my lower lash line. I then went in with the Brow Bone shade from the Violet Voss palette. This is a matte color, and I just put this underneath my eyebrow, and this just cleaned up that area. As you can tell, I kept going in with this until I was happy with how it looked, and then I went in with a big brush and fluffed that out again. And this shows the light transition between the eyebrow of the lightness in the eyebrow and the darkness in the eyelid. This part of the look is where it needs to be almost perfect. I also went in with a clean brush, and then I also went in with the same shade with a different brush, and this just creates a little gradient, and that's what I was looking for. So before I was using a big fluffy brush, now I'm taking a very small brush and taking that pink shade from the Violet Voss palette and focusing this on the outer corner. This is darkening this area. I did go in with the Brow Bone shade again, and I also went in with a clean fluffy brush multiple times. So this is the focus of the whole look. This shade is called Diamond Glitterati, and my goodness, I think this was the first time I was using it, and bloomin' hell, you don't need a glitter glue or anything, it just goes right on in there. I went back and forth in with the other shades as well, just to make sure it didn't look too harsh and was like blended nicely. I kept going in and moving it around with my finger as well to make sure it was in the position that I wanted it to be in. Here we have a highlight from Fenty Beauty. It's called How Many Carrots, and it's literally just silver glitter, and I don't really like putting this on my face. Instead, I use it as an inner corner highlight. Sometimes I even use it as an eyeshadow or a brow bone highlight, but it's actually very good for those things. I think people put it all over their bodies, but this is what I like it for. So I like having a dark lower lash line. This is the Colourpop liner, pencil liner thingy my bobby. So I blended out the black using some more pink eyeshadow. Here's a little tip: if you have any glitter in the wrong place and it's not moving out of the way, just use a spoolie and try and get that out of the way using that. That's what I did, and it seemed to work. Now I'm just lining my lash line with actual liquid liner now. This is the NYX one, and you guys already know I absolutely love this. I didn't really want a huge wing. I went in very, very, very close to my lash line, and I wanted a light line. So now I'm going in with some mascara. This is the Lash Sensational mascara by... maybe it's Maybeline. You know. Anyways, so I feel like there isn't really a mascara that I like more than this. If you guys have any recommendations that you like more than this one, then please let me know in the comments below. I really need to try out more mascaras from the drugstore. But I also put this on my lower lashes. This is the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. So I just took those 3 shades at the bottom, just randomly. This is the KKW brush thingy-mabob, the double-sided one. And I'm just using this to contour. So this most definitely isn't a blusher, but that is how I used it as. Some of the shades are too dark for me, so I just use it for other things, and I use this as a blusher. Here I am just sweeping away any powder, and this also just cleans up the bronzer and contour and all of that good stuff as well. Here we have the Farsali highlight in Jelly Bean, and this is actually really good. I can't really remember how much it was. I think I got it free in one of those Cult Beauty things. It's like jelly. So I just tapped this off onto my hand before I went in on my face, because otherwise it would have been like a huge streak. And I like using the same highlight for my brow bone, my cheeks, the inner corner of the eyeballs, and the nose. You know, I just like using the same one. I think it's, you know, monochromatic. This is a freaking cool palette. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I went in with this shade for my lips. It's a lip palette if you hadn't guessed already, but it's really cool. So I went in with that shade, and then I also went in with a lighter shade. So now we're moving on to hair. And I just wanted to quickly show you how I got my hair looking like this. It's very roughly done. I didn't do it properly, but this little wand, it is from Primark actually. And I just went and curled random bits of my hair, held it for a few seconds, let it go, repeat the process. It's as simple as that. And I went around my whole hair and did that. I didn't really partition it and do all of that stuff because I wanted it to still be quite messy, so that's why it looks like this. If I was going to do it properly, I would partition it and do it all properly and do every single hair strand that I have on my head, but this is how I wanted it to turn out, and I think it turned out quite alright. So that pretty much completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to leave me a comment down below what you thought, what you want to see next. If there is anything you liked or didn't like, you know, let me know in the comments below. Be vocal with me. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.